have a little announcement to make. I want to talk a little bit more in depth about that with you guys. Hello there, welcome back to the channel. My name is Patricia, I'm an artist and illustrator, and happy 2026, and this is gonna be the first video for this year. It was supposed to be the goals video, but I have something to tell you. I have a little announcement to make. I want to talk a little bit more in depth about that with you guys. Let's get into the meat of it. I'm launching a Snail Mail Club on Patreon. And I have a few reasons for doing this. One of them is directly related to one of my goals this year in a very simple way. It's not a hard goal, it's just something that I really want to do. But let's get into that. So I'm opening a Patreon page, which I've already had before when I was really starting, but I'm revamping it, which I've done before too, but never got to open. And I'm opening a Snail Mail Club. The idea is to have this be like a monthly postcard and another detail. Something simple, like a sticker or a bookmark, something I can make at home. I will be doing this at home, at least at the moment, unless for some reason there's a lot of people in it and I can't keep up. But my idea is to do this at home. I have printers, I know how to do it, I've been doing it before. It's just basically a way to connect with you guys by using my sketchbook. And that's the key to here. Like, one of my goals this year is to go back to my sketchbook a little more, to, I don't know, just sketch, do things with my hands. I feel like I've been missing the traditional feel. I don't know how to explain it. Probably if you're an artist, you understand. I've worked with so many mediums since I started. I loved experimenting. I loved trying this and that, so I've tried literally everything that I could get my hands on. Probably still a few million things to try on, right? I've been missing, whenever I go back to my sketchbook for like a couple of hours or just a little session, I start missing all of that. I start thinking, oh my god, how much I miss doing line art. That's my favorite thing ever, which it is. How I miss watercolor, how I miss markers and different things now that I got these hoo markers that review coming soon, by the way. I've been thinking, oh my god, how much I used to like working with markers. Is really fast, it's really fun. Why am I not doing this more? I think I can sneak in time for my sketchbook, I just haven't put that as a priority. I've been thinking about this for years. I think last year I also said I would like to do more in my sketchbook, and I think I've done better this year, but this time I want to do more. For example, I would really love this year to finally finish this sketchbook, which is almost done, and I have a tiny sketchbook which I'm really enjoying with markers. The idea is basically to just grab something from the sketchbook, something that I've done that month, turn it into a postcard, turn it into a bookmark, turn it into a sticker, and send it to you guys. In this Patreon, the idea is to just have like a little snail mail club with you guys, where I send you whatever I've done this month. And I think I have a few things here that I could show you that I've done before, just so you to know that sometimes my sketchbooks will look like really complete and complicated. Sometimes it might be just something simpler, turnable into a postcard, but I will find something each month to turn into a proper postcard for you guys and just send it to you. So just a few examples of things that I've done. These are actually from my shop with my friend, but I did this design, so just so you can see how that could look like. This is paper that I have. It has a little soft texture, it's nice. The quality of printing is really nice, but I think my new printer is even better. And something, for example, that I took from my sketchbook and turned into a sticker could be this. This is actually order sticker from Sticker App. I think from this Snail Mail Club I'm gonna be printing things myself, but I can print stickers and they look really nice too. It's just so you can see like an example of things that I've done as a product that you could kind of expect. So of course these are curated products, especially this one that I was showing you, thought of for a collection, and there's more to that. This is gonna be a little bit more sketchy, a little bit more rough, but you can expect that from time to time maybe I'll put more thought and more love into it. So my Patreon is gonna be really simple, and I'm just gonna break down the things for you here in case you're thinking about doing something like this. and you want to know a little bit about how I did it. I have not had Patreon before. Well, I have, but it didn't work out, so I don't know really how to run a Patreon that works. I have done some of the behind the scenes setups, but to be honest, I don't know how much it has changed in the last few years. But I thought I could show you my thoughts behind this, how I'm planning it, how I want to keep it simple, not to go crazy, and really basically my thoughts on this. So maybe you can take something out in case you're wanting to do something similar. Maybe it's not a Snail Mail Club, but maybe you're thinking about a Patreon, and maybe this can help. Grab your coffee and let's talk a little bit about how I'm breaking this down. Okay, so for example, I grabbed this notebook that I've had for a few months that I haven't started before to kind of break down a little bit of my thoughts on how I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it. So basically my main thing here is keeping it simple. I'm gonna do one tier really, but I'm gonna add the second one, which is basically the $1 tier or €1 tier. I'm probably gonna talk about euros here, but the value is usually very close to dollars, so you can keep up basically to US dollars I'm talking. My key here is keeping it simple. So basically I'm doing one tier, which is gonna be the Snail Mail tier. I have a name for it. I don't know if it's a definite name, but basically I thought about the sketchy Snail Mail Club for that tier and for the Snail Mail Club, and the sketchy club just for the $1 tier. I like it because it has like this double meaning of being sketchy, of the real meaning here is just to actually do something sketchy, something in our sketchbooks, something that is not fully fledged out or fully finished, overthought or anything like that. So I like that. It's simple, it works. I like the addition of club at the end. Once I finish recording this, I'm gonna jump into setting everything up for the Patreon. So when you see this video, this is gonna be live. If you want to join in, you'll be very welcome to. And let's jump into a little bit of what I'm doing here. So yeah, basically two tiers. One is the $1 tier. You can join in, just see the behind the scenes. Initially I didn't thought of it, but I want to add this because maybe you just want to join in to have a sketch partner, someone that you can see keeping up with their sketchbook, hopefully, and just, you know, feel accountable for. Maybe we could even I know there's like a chat because I'm a Patreon member of some artists, that you can have a chat, and maybe there we can also share our sketches mutually and just talk. But basically the dollar tier is just for you to participate and to see my posts. You're going to be able to comment, you're going to be able to see which ones will be the rewards of the month. You're just not going to be able to get the rewards at the end of the month. Maybe I'm thinking occasionally if the design is really cool or works as a pattern or whatever, and I can do a wallpaper, I can maybe make phone wallpapers or computer wallpapers from time to time for the $1 tier. Not every month, but maybe sometimes just as a thank you, if there's enough members in that category. Then the main tier, which I'm thinking about for here, I've decided to just do one tier because my problem here is I've been wanting to launch this type of Patreon for so long that I had so many categories. I wanted to do a simple snail mail, then a more complicated bundle mail. I just checked and I think there was like 5 or 6 categories that I had created, and it's really complicated. I want to keep it super simple, just one tier. Access my feed. I'm gonna be doing updates there, sharing my sketchbook. We can chat, we can talk, I can share whatever I think, maybe tips, maybe behind the scenes basically. So what I have here is behind the scenes, updates for my sketchbook, polls maybe to choose which one will be the postcard or the sticker of the month if I'm undecided, things like that. Like just keep a community between us with this postcard snail mail tier. And basically you're gonna get a postcard and a sticker every month. I'm thinking the sticker might not always be a sticker, it could be a bookmark or something of this sort. It has to be small because I'm gonna be keeping it this size. Why? Because this is a cheap mail option here in Spain, and I think basically everywhere. I'm gonna be doing a padded envelopes, but like small, and I basically have this weight controlled that is not very expensive elsewhere either. Like it's not very expensive for you in the United States, Canada, or Australia. I know I can send this for just a few dollars, not overcharge anyone, you know? But yeah, the main thing here, the consistent thing will be the postcard. then I'll think about it. So basically that's it. It's not more complicated than that. But I have been breaking down the costs, and I'm gonna share them with you just because I have nothing to gatekeep, so why not? Me and my friend for our shop made like a little table of costs that we calculated more or less. Obviously, sometimes it depends what it costs us to make a postcard or a sticker. And here for the second tier, I just use a bookmark and a sticker as a reference. If it was a sticker sheet, it's gonna be more expensive, but obviously the month that I do that is not going to be more expensive for you guys if I decide to do it. Is I'm just going to take it into account that it's going to be a little bit more cost up front, and I'm just going to leave a little budget extra for it. For postcards, usually this is approximate, okay? Usually it's a little less, but I'm approximating a little up because I know there's fees. So basically it's like 10-15 cents each a postcard that I make in materials, just in materials. So I'm counting ink and paper, and I'm leaving it a bit open here because maybe I want to experiment with different papers, but still in a paper usually you fit 4 postcards, so it's not that crazy expensive most times. Then I'm giving it a product cost, which this includes a little bit of my manual labor, cutting the postcards, maybe the edges, the design process, a little bit of that. And that leaves our postcard for 50 cents. For me, this is just the raw postcard. I don't get anything in this 50 cents. It's just basically my basic work and my basic materials. And then same goes for the sticker or the bookmark. It will be like a 5 to 10 cents each one in just materials, and about 40 cents in work plus materials. This is not the cost of me ordering them. For postcards, I think it stays more or less the same because I've tried it before, but stickers are much more expensive anytime I order them, unless I order huge quantities. And I usually order them with these effects because the basic ones I can make at home. If stickers were really popular and I wanted to start ordering them, I will have to increase these costs. And then comes the shipping. Basically that makes like around $1 real material cost for the products. But what about the rest of the things? A few of the things that were more confusing to me were the shipping and the Patreon fees. The Patreon fees, I can't be 100% sure because I haven't done it before. But from what I've been reading, in these quantities, and basically per person, they're gonna be around 2-3 euros because it depends on many things. From what I've been reading, it depends if they pay you out with a different currency, and that's gonna probably be the case here because in Spain this doesn't really move a lot, so probably if anyone signs up it's going to be from outside. Yeah, you have to take into account that Patreon has its fees, it has process fees and all of that, and then on top of that, if you're paid out by PayPal, you probably will have these converting fees from dollar to euro, so you're going to lose around $2-3 euros there, which is worth taking into account because I was gonna put this much lower in price, and then I started reading this and I thought, okay, I can't do this or I won't have any money left. I'm not looking forward to make a lot of profit here, but I don't want to do it and lose money either, you know? It's gonna burn me out. So obviously I have to take a little bit of profit out of this. And then the shipping. The shipping I have more or less controlled, as I said. I have the actual shipping and then I add like €1 extra for any changes in case like the shipping is a little bit more expensive than what I think, it overpasses a little bit the weight and then it passes to the next category. So I take a little bit of everything into account, and that €1 extra also covers like envelopes, materials for wrapping and all of that. I have padded envelopes, but it has been a time that I've run out of envelopes or something and I have to run and get one, and it's basically €1, so I'm losing that money in materials. You never know what can happen. And that would be like €2 for Spain, but then for Europe is 3 something and for the rest of the world is 4 something. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna include in the price the 2 something euros, and then add a little thing that if you're from outside Spain, please pay to 50 extra to cover the expenses. I don't think it's a crazy quantity to ask about, because from what I've seen, most people ask for €5 extra if you're shipping out of that country. And here, honestly, like the small packages are not that expensive, which is a really good thing because I can afford to send you guys nice things for a little less, at least in the basic. This is obviously untracked, and I'm gonna be sure that I tell you this, but hopefully we don't have that many lost packages. If we do, I'll see how I deal with that. Probably I can make just a repack and send it again. Hopefully that doesn't happen a lot, because honestly I haven't lost that many packages in the times that I've been working with normal mail. So taking this into account, I think this postcard here, I still have to calculate it a little better, but it's going to be around 10 euros, which covers 2-3 euros of my production plus a little bit of income, to around 2 euros of sending from Spain, then 2-3 Patreon fees, and then the rest just gonna be a little bit of extra cushion, because I don't want to be too tight, like cover it too tight and then suddenly something I'm not considering because I haven't worked with Patreon before changes, and I don't want to be changing the price constantly. So I want to start with something that is good in the long run, at least for now, for the first run, you know? So yeah, basically this is it. I also want to share with you a little bit why I'm doing this in the end of this video. I have a few notes that I just basically put on the computer for me to remember. I just wrote them down before this video, but basically this is a way to stay consistent with one of my goals this year, which is staying more consistent with my sketchbook, is going back to sketching and traditional a little bit more. And I wrote, get into those sketchbooks. This year I don't have many goals. I'll share it in the next video, so stay tuned if you'd like to see that. It's one of my goals because I want to go back to traditional. I feel like digital has been so useful to me for products and for whenever I get commissions and covers and things like that, because it allows me to change things fast when a client is not happy with whatever detail. It's really comfortable, it is, but also I miss traditional. And I've also had like a personal phase that I really like sketching and doing things digitally, because I found brushes that really fit what I wanted to do. And that's awesome. I still really like drawing digitally, and especially my iPad is really comfortable for me to draw whenever I'm tired after a long day. I just jump into bed with my iPad and I can sketch. I probably won't lose that, but I really want to do the traditional part a little bit more, and more like an I'm enjoying myself kind of thing, like sit down in a Saturday morning with my coffee and just sketch, you know, chill, nice, enjoying it. I was also thinking that is also a really nice way to create a community, because let's be honest, it's really been hard to create a community in Instagram or any social media lately. I feel like it's all so fleeting, so fast. We're also flooded with some content that I really don't enjoy and I don't want to get into, which has been saturating too. So this is basically having... I remember when in Instagram I used to have a lot of people that I knew and we commented on each other's art. Now it's basically not showing it to me at all. Sometimes I talk to these people that I only know online, but I really appreciate it because they're being part of my journey. And it's like we barely see our art anymore. It's just from time to time it jumps on our feed. And I miss that. I miss having this little community where we talk and cheer each other up, and we saw our progress as we went on, and we talked about like, hey, have you tried this? This will be really nice. Or just encourage each other. Like, not talk about anything, but just say, hey, that's so cool. Normal interaction, normal artist interaction. I miss that. And if we could do that in a little Patreon, it will be awesome. Like, I'm not expecting much, to be honest, of this Patreon, because I don't have a big following, but if you guys want to jump along, I feel like it's gonna be something nice. And then I'm gonna read this one because I think like it's nice like this. The idea of creating something, even if it's something little, like a postcard and a sticker each month, helps keep me going as an artist, to keep creating. Yeah, it's just, this came out, like I was thinking why I want to do this, but also, yes, like creating a little something, a little product makes you really proud as an artist, makes you feel like you've done something worth it that month, that moment, then that you do it. And I feel like it's so nice, you know. And if I am a little bit forced to do it each month, even in this nice way, because I know it's going to someone's home, because someone is seeing and following along that month and wants this in their home, I feel like it's gonna be making me feel a lot more creative, a lot more artsy, because I can keep creating. I'm creating for a little bit of more of a reason, not only to enjoy myself, which is also really nice, but also like for a little bit more, for a community, for people that are following along, you know, like I'm looking forward to sending this to them and having them open it and be excited about that. I feel like it's part of us being an artist, share our work, you know? Basically, my last note is stop waiting for the perfect moment, because I've been wanting to open a Patreon for years. Like, literally, a year into this, into being an artist, I opened a Patreon, and obviously it was crickets because I was no one and I was doing nothing. I was doing some social media, but I was no one out there. I was just shouting into the void. And ever since, I feel like that's backed me up because no one was there. And I thought, no, I need to keep building this. I need to make the perfect Patreon. I need to be more professional with my art before I start doing it again. And I just thought, you know what? No, let's do it. I thought about this yesterday. My goal was still sketching more, but I was like, you know what? Why don't I open a Patreon with a snail mail? Finally, just do it. Just stop overthinking. If you've been overthinking for a long time about something like this, do it. Don't overthink so much. It's good to plan, it's good to look into things into a little bit more detail, but I feel like sometimes fear takes us back a lot. I feel like I haven't been able to open a Patreon because I don't feel like my work is good enough to do something like this, or that people are not going to sign up, which maybe they won't, but I don't know until I try. And even if there's just 1-2 people there, I'm gonna be overjoyed. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, someone signed up for this. I can't believe it. I'm gonna be so excited to share it with you there. It's gonna be like our little community, our little family. I'm gonna leave you here. I'm gonna go create my Patreon, which by the time you see this is gonna be up. So if you're into this, if you think you're gonna like it, if you just want a community, you can join just with the $1. And if you want to join for the goodies, join the snail mail tier. I really hope to see you there, but if I don't, I'm gonna still be creating these things, and probably I'm gonna have some content to share with you guys in the YouTube channel from that as well. So thank you so much for seeing this, for seeing my rant about this. Thank you if you went over there to the Patreon, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a nice beginning of the year. Bye!